Sauce gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats are with another educational reaction that's gonna make me feel like an idiot, because In a Nutshell's back with a brand new video called Are You an NPC? Now obviously I have no clue what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about the universe is controlling us, or we're computers, or we just took the red pill and we're part of the Matrix. I don't know, but I know we're about to get edumacated and it's gonna be way smarter than I'm capable of thinking. But anyways, I'll be on hype to jump into this, but before we do, can you show In a Nutshell some love by subscribing to the channel and chat? We're trying to get to 250,000 subs, so if you haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button and join the Sauce Gang family. But enough talking, let's get to reacting and roll that bomb ass intro.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats! Woo-hoo! Oh, it's time to get our learn on play.
Are you free? Free to choose what you do and make decisions?
I think
or
so.
are you an NPC, unable to decide anything for yourself? You feel that you have control over your life, or at least
choosing to
what
do
you'll
this
have for
reaction.
breakfast. But
day late,
this
I'm
may
sorry.
be an illusion. Physics actually may force you to go through life as if on rails, with no free will at all. You experience free will all the time, like when you decided to watch this video instead of doing something useful.
I said it! I'm supposed to
Free
go to the
will
gym.
is your ability to decide by
Pre-workout.
yourself
Reaction,
what you do.
then I head to the gym.
It means that the future is an open arena that you can shape with your actions. It's at the core of human relationships. It means you are responsible for your actions, which is the basis of our moral and legal systems. There are too many dimensions for one short video: moral, psychological, biological, so we'll focus on the most essential part.
Moral.
Is free will even possible?
Okay.
Two main philosophical camps are fighting about this. No matter
Educate
how
us.
we represent
Let us
them,
know.
they'll be upset about it. So we'll use our own words. The first camp claims that the very idea of free will is fundamentally incompatible with the laws of the universe.
Wait, what?
You
Why?
are an NPC. Whatever you exactly are, it's somehow made up of your physical brain and body. And these are made of cells, which are made of proteins, which are made of atoms and particles like protons or electrons.
Other
So
things.
fundamentally, you're a specific, quite lovely, dynamic pattern of particles. Particles have no will,
Pixels.
no motivation, no freedom. They blindly follow the laws of physics. And we don't know why, but most laws of physics are deterministic, which means that things happen the way they do because of the things that came before. If you play pool and hit a ball at a specific speed and angle, the laws of physics tell you exactly how all the balls on the table will behave, their speeds,
Do that.
recoil directions, everything.
Do it. Hit it. Make
These
it.
laws completely decide the
Beautiful
behavior
shot.
of all balls
And
on
your
the
setup.
table. At the microscopic level, things work very much like that, only without players. Actions and reactions affect all the particles in the universe, creating a chain of causal effects that extends throughout time from the past to the future. Things happen, making other things happen. Now imagine that if right after the Big Bang, a super smart supercomputer looked at every single particle in the universe and noted all their properties. Just by applying the deterministic laws of physics, it should be able to predict what all the particles in existence would be doing until the end of time. But if you're made of particles,
So is that what this is saying? Because basically we're particles, and particles do not have free will. Neither do we.
and it's technically possible to calculate what particles will do forever, then you never decided anything. Your past, present, and future were already predetermined and decided at the Big Bang.
Ruff, ruff, ruff,
That would
ruff.
mean there is a kind of fate,
I chose
and
to
you
bark
are
there.
not free to decide
I
anything.
have free will. Meow.
You may
See,
feel
you didn't
like
know I was
you
gonna
make
meow.
decisions, but you're actually on autopilot. The motions of the particles that make up your brain cells that made you watch this video were decided 14 billion years ago. You're just in the room when
What?
it happens. You're only witnessing how the universe inside you unfolds in real time. But this can't be true because of quantum mechanics, right? Quantum processes
I
are
don't even know what
intrinsically
quantum
random,
mechanics is,
not
dude.
deterministic, and can't be predicted with total certainty. On the quantum pool table, balls can go randomly left or up or banana. Their behavior isn't
Banana.
set by what came before,
Bank shot
but randomly
banana.
decided in real time. But for the no free will camp, this doesn't affect their argument. They think that since quantum processes are random, they don't allow you to make any decisions. Because if there's randomness for the things that fundamentally make up your brain and body, these random processes make the decisions for you. How? Say an electron can randomly go right or left. If it goes left, it triggers electric currents between your neurons that create a neuronal process which triggers a long chain of actions that make you watch a YouTube video. Or it goes right and makes you clean your room. Just because the chain is extremely complex doesn't mean you have any control over it. So maybe your fate was not decided at the Big Bang, but it is decided at this very moment. The important part is that it's not decided by you. You get no say in this. You have no free will. Wow, this is kind of a bummer because the argument fundamentally seems to make sense. Except, no, screams the free will side. This is a really bad way to think about the universe.
No! Free will
You are the main character.
Dang right.
We know that we can reduce everything that exists to its basic particles and the laws that guide them. While this makes physics feel like the only scientific discipline that actually matters, there's a problem. You can't explain everything in our universe only in terms of particles. One key fact about reality that we can't explain by looking just at electrons and quantum stuff is emergence. Emergence is when many small things together create new fundamental traits that didn't exist before. A drop of water is just a sextillion H2O molecules. If you get water on your pants, they get wet. But what is wetness? H2O molecules are not wet, but your pants are definitely wet now. Many small things together just created something new that doesn't exist at the level of the individual molecules. Emergence occurs at all levels of reality, and reality seems to be organized in layers: atoms, molecules, cells, tissues, organs, you, society. Put many things in one layer together and they'll create the next layer up. Every time they do, entirely new properties emerge. One atom can't handle information, but many of them together can form a DNA molecule. Molecules are not alive, but many of them can form a cell, and cells are alive. With each jump up the complexity ladder, the rules of what's possible change.
More and more.
Completely new things emerge that are much more than the sum of their parts.
And then we become the Avengers!
Here, the reductionist view of the universe breaks down. The layers of reality need each other to make sense. You can explain living things with cells, cells with molecules, and molecules with atoms. But because of emergence, you can't start with quantum particles and reconstruct the universe. You can't explain galaxies with quantum mechanics or human psychology with quarks. This is not the whole story. Reality is not just structured in layers, but for some reason, the layers are also
we even real
largely
chat?
independent
Is this all a
of each other.
game? You think
Things
this is a
existing
game?
within the same layer can influence each other and maybe a layer up or down. But often they don't seem to influence things much higher up or down. To figure out how your organs work, you don't need quarks. To understand politics, you don't need to know about cells. If you want to explain things happening on one layer, you can only do that by staying close to that layer. No, screams the no free will camp in frustration. You can't just use magic to explain free will.
No, silly rabbit!
But the emergence argument doesn't invoke magic. It just says that thinking about free will in terms of determinism and fundamental laws is a dead end. A kind of category error,
I'm on the
like
free will
trying to
camp,
explain
Chad.
galaxies by looking at your digestive tract. It's part of a reductionist school of thinking about the universe that very successfully shaped science for a long time, but that's challenged by emergence.
Actually,
So
no,
maybe
I
trying
guess
to
our body
understand
makes
free
us
will
poop,
by looking
but
at
we choose
fundamental
to-
particles,
I
deterministic
say
laws,
eat,
and quantum mechanics
but we
misses
need to
the
eat to
point.
live.
The question we should be asking is, which layer of reality is relevant to free will? Well, just like no individual molecule creates wetness, not a single cell in your brain wants to watch YouTube. But one layer up, your brain, made of 80 billion interconnected neurons, does. On this layer, all the things relevant to you
Heck
emerge.
yeah for them
Your
neurons.
consciousness, character,
We love
feelings,
YouTube,
your
chat.
fears and dreams. This is where you emerge. We don't know why and how,
Let's go,
but we
baby!
know that you're here right now. How
so
all the things
excited.
going on in your brain play off each other to make you who you are is a whole different can of worms. But on this layer of reality, you are part of the decision process. Because at this level, you are just one more physical cause of whatever happens in your brain. You are shaped by your decisions and your decisions are shaped by you. You have a say about this layer of reality. You are not just witnessing how the universe inside you unfolds, you're actually taking part in it. And you're free to do so however you see fit. At least this is how some on the free will side see it. Conclusion and opinion. So, who's right?
Free will camp.
Is there
They're
free
both
will?
right.
We don't know. If you ask us
Did he even
personally,
choose to
we
make
think
this
the
video,
argument for
or
free
was
will
it
is more
destined?
appealing because
Was
it
it
brings the
fate?
complexity of the universe to the table. Maybe existence is just the sum of its parts, but at least for now, it seems the universe is not that simple. But even if we don't have free will, it's not clear what that changes for practical purposes. You and us, we humans, on a purely subjective basis, feel like we have free will and that your decisions are yours to make. As long as we're not sure either way, and if it feels like you're making decisions, what does it matter if a non-existent supercomputer could have calculated the future at the Big Bang?
What if the
Or
Matrix
if
is
quantum
real?
stuff all the way down randomly nudges your cells one way or the other? Free will that feels free is
Winner,
good
winner,
enough for
chicken
us.
dinner, baby. It don't even
In
matter.
any case, now you can decide what to do next. Maybe get some stuff done. Or watch more of our videos. It's your
Right.
decision. Probably.
Probably,
At
maybe.
least you can pick which
Call
video.
me maybe. I just met you, and this is crazy. Are we an NPC? I don't know, baby. Let me bring in chat. I already did. I didn't even choose to do that. Fate did. Just like if you've made it this far, you had no decision to make it this far. It was predetermined. No, I don't know. This is why I love this channel, dude. It makes you think of stuff that you've never thought of before. I know some people act like NPCs, but are we really? No. I'm part of the free will camp. Yeah, I just chose to say yeah there. It was not determined billions of years ago. And this is just so crazy to think about. My brain can't even grasp it. So let me know what you guys think, but please make sure you show in a nutshell some love by subscribing to the channel and chat. We're trying to get to 250,000 subs. So if you haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button and join the Sauce Gang family. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats, and you usually become another. That's all I got. Boom, I'm out. Coo-hoo. Come love for Sauce Gang. Peace out, chat.